Ahava, blessings and welcome to this video. I'm so happy to be sharing this moment with all of you. And I am recording in my living room today. I'm doing some work in my temple space. So here I am. And I really like the light that's coming in. We are in springtime here. The moment I'm recording this video, and even though it is a cloudy day and it's a rainy day and you can't really see the golden sunlight come in through the window, there's a very beautiful white light coming in, and I just feel that it's embracing my energy right now. So today I would like to talk to you about Aramaic, and we're going to talk a little bit of Aramaic and maybe do a little bit of some chanting together. Now, Aramaic is the language that was spoken by Mary Magdalene and Yeshua, and everyone spoke Aramaic at that time, not just Yeshua and the community. It was a spoken language. Biblical Hebrew was written and was used for the temples and for ceremonies and for ritual. It wasn't used in the street, it wasn't spoken. And it was, even before Yeshua came, for about 300 or 400 years, Aramaic was the language. And the reason why I think it's so important to go back to the Aramaic language to understand Yeshua and his teachings and Mary Magdalene is because Yeshua, apart from being the masculine Christ, he was a mystic and a prophet, a great teacher, a great prophet, and a great mystic. And it's very important to understand his native land and how he manifested and experienced his spirituality in his native earth, which is the Middle East. And understanding that Middle Eastern mysticism is very different from what we would think or what we would believe or want to express here in the West. So take, for example, the word Abwoon, which is the first word of the Lord's Aramaic prayer. And I know there's a big movement right now to go back to this prayer, to the true meaning of the Lord's Aramaic prayer, which is the Our Father. And we've been given the translation Mother, Father. Abwoon, Mother, Father. It doesn't mean really Mother, Father. But it seems that that translation is easy for us with a Western mind to understand, to digest. But Abwoon means so many different things. And I really like to, my energy really likes to align with two different meanings that we can give to this word. And one of the meanings is the container that holds the Divine Mother and Divine Father, the cosmic womb, and also the life that is poured in and is recreated within that life. So another meaning would be creation, the energy of creation. So when we start to understand these powerful meanings of Aramaic, we start to align with the essence of the Aramaic language as being very open. And when I say open, it's expansive. So just the idea of that expansion and being so open, we actually open up. Our energy field expands when we start to chant or we start to speak in Aramaic. Another beautiful thing about Aramaic is that the language doesn't distinguish between the inner and the outer. There is no difference between what is in me and what is outside of me, what is outside of you. What I see and what is in me. There is no separation in that sense. So that just by speaking the language and chanting the language, we start to understand that when we do vibrate these powerful words, something energetically is happening within us where the polarities start to unite. We start to understand that our inner experience, our inner work, our inner healing, our inner awakening is vital for anything that is happening externally, and not just in our lives, with the collective, with humanity, with the earth. So there is this beautiful unity of as within, so without. And it's not something that we want to strive for, because that's what we're doing now. We want this unity. We're looking to heal that separation. But with Aramaic, it just comes in naturally, because as we speak a language, as we vibrate by toning, by chanting a language, we get the codes of that language. We get the energy of that language. We get the frequency of that language. So then it comes in and we start to activate this whole idea of sacred unity. And sacred unity is different from sacred union. Sacred union is the union of maybe the polarity, wanting to have that sacred union within and without. But sacred unity is to be unified with everything, to feel that unity with all that exists. And this is a powerful transmission of the Aramaic language. And I think it's one of the most important awakenings that I have had while chanting in Aramaic. At the same time, the great mystics and prophets of the Middle East and Middle Eastern mysticism, which could be Hebrew mysticism, Sufism, and other different mystical schools from the Middle East, they always believed that the more you chanted the words of a prophet, the more you would learn from that prophet, even though he wasn't here or she wasn't here, even though they're not around physically. So the more that we chant the words of Yeshua and Mary Magdalene, and we chant the Lord's Aramaic prayer, the more we understand the spirituality of Yeshua and the teachings of Yeshua. And remember that mysticism is actually part of the whole mystery school concept. Mysticism is something that awakens within us. We awaken the wisdom of the mystery schools. We awaken the wisdom of different different times, not just this linear time, but time throughout all dimensions, throughout all lifetimes and realities. So we start to awaken this with the Aramaic as well, and this is very, very important. So today, you can get some of my Aramaic chants on iTunes and Spotify and Amazon, and a new CD or new music project that we are creating right now. I can't wait to share this with you. But today we're just going to do a simple chanting of the Abwoon, and maybe you can incorporate this into your daily practice. I chant the Abwoon every day I do 108 repetitions of the Abwoon, and I really, really feel a difference within me. You know, the Abwoon, just to explain a little bit, has the the Aleph, the Beit, and the Nun. And these letters are very powerful, whereas the Aleph is the first sound of creation, and it also is the first sound of life. When we come in and we're babies, we cry. And the Aleph is that the knowing that even though we are human, we are connected to the heavens, we are connected to source. And so we bring that remembering with the Aleph. The more we chant the Aleph, the we start to remember that connection. And then we've got the Beit, which is all about the birthing, the creation. It's all about what we're birthing in. And the Nun are the infinite possibilities of creation that we have. So let's chant together the Abwoon, and I would love to know if you are incorporating the Abwoon to your spiritual practice or to your daily practice. Maybe you could do 108 repetitions. Maybe you could do 21 repetitions. Maybe you could breathe in, breathe out, and just chant the Abwoon. Now I'm going to chant with the drum, okay, because I love chanting with the drum, but you don't need a drum to chant, just chant. Abwoon. breath. And just contain that energy, create with that energy in your emptiness and your void. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Ahava. Thank you so much. Please let me know how your practice is and how you feel. Blessings to all of you.